Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the ground must be shaking in Washington, D.C. The White House must be shaking because there's a new sheriff in town who was just hired by President Donald Trump, and he's going to clean house. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. You know, President Trump has a few people that are loyal. A few people that he can really count on. You know, he's hired people and fired people and then hired them again. He's hired people, they've gone on to do other things, and then they've come back to the fold, and that's what's happening here. He has hired somebody to come in the White House and clean house. Somebody to be in charge of personnel, the hiring and firing at the White House. And I couldn't think of a better person to do it. Now, a lot of people had suggested Laura Loomer, and she put her own name in the hat. Laura Loomer, I tell you what, be tough to find somebody better at it than Laura Loomer. She don't take no prisoners and she don't play around. I love her for that. She is tough as nails. But that's not who the president picked here. And I think probably because he wanted to avoid some controversy. But man, if anybody can pick out a swamp rat and get him out of there, it's Laura Loomer. That being said, the person that Trump picked, none other than his former campaign manager, Dan Scavino. Dan Scavino is also tough as nails. Dan Scavino can also pick out a swamp rat very quickly and get rid of them. Dan Scavino don't play any games. And he's a paisan, which I like. That being said, I would like him no matter what because he's Dan Scavino. He is, like I said, he is everything I said he is. He's tough, he's smart, and he knows who's on the team and who's just there for a paycheck. And that is the most important part of this job going in because you have to know who's true to the mission. It's all about the mission. It's not about personalities. It's about who is here to get the job done that the president wants done because that's who's in charge. Not you, not your agenda, the president of the United States that we elected as the American people. That's who's in charge. And you got to be on board with that mission. Dan, he damn sure knows that, and he'll make sure that the people that work for the President of the United States are on board with the mission. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
President Trump just promoted one of his longest-serving aides. Dan Scavino will now lead the White House Presidential Personnel Office. The office is responsible for vetting and selecting administration employees. Position opened up because the current head was nominated for ambassador to India. Scavino was previously deputy chief of staff. He also held several roles in the first Trump administration, including director of social media. Because Scavino first met Trump while working as a caddy at Trump's golf club in Westchester, New York, over 30 years ago.